Hello everyone, welcome back to Databricks Workflows and I hope you're doing very well. Let us suppose you have a well-reliable data pipeline that expect file to arrive every single day. But here is a big question, what happened when today files show up on time? Should your pipeline keep running and process data? Of course, yes, you said. And what if file is missing? Should it blindly continue anyway? Of course not. Instead, it's automatically notify your team and stop the processing safely. This smart decision making ability is called branching logic and it is one of the most powerful feature inside a Databricks job. So in today's lesson I am going to show you exactly how to build intelligent automatic workflow using the if else condition task. We will start with core concept and walk through the complete step by step demo and then see you how this is used in real world production environment. So before going to start, I request you viewer to please subscribe the channel and like this video if you find this video helpful to you. Now let's open Databricks workspace and dive in. Now let's see step by step demo. We will make super simple demo first. So here you can see here I am in the home page of Databricks free edition. Here I am using free edition. Let's go to here job and pipeline. Click here and let me create here new job. Let me create name this job. If you click here and let's name this if else condition demo. Okay, you can give here meaningful name and you cannot see here notebook if else condition Power BI because I have already used before demo. So you can see here, if you not see here you can click here add another task and if you scroll down you can see here if else condition. Okay, let me click here and name this task as a check data availability. Okay, data availability. Okay, type here if else condition and let me write here ready. Super simple condition ready equal to ready. Since ready equal to ready, which is produce here output true. Okay, and let me save this task and this if else condition produce to output true and false. Okay, now let me add here notebook. So before adding notebook, let me create here notebook. Go to your workspace YT demo, click here create notebook and let me write here for demo purpose print says data processing started. Okay, let me make this super simple for demo purpose. Okay, and rename this notebook run through condition. Okay, condition. Okay, and let me also create here another notebook in this folder. So click here and let me run this rename this run false condition. Okay, and also write here print condition data not available and also write here notification sent to support team. Okay, so two notebook here created, one for true condition and one for false condition. Now let's go to here job and pipeline and let me click here add notebook and let me link to here true condition. So it's depend on, you can see here check data availability, this one is true. Okay, so let me true condition and let me name this process sales data. Okay, type is notebook source workspace. Let me reference this notebook in YT demo path and here we recently create here run false condition and run true condition notebook. Let me confirm and let me create here task and let me add another notebook and name this name task name as a let's say notify team. Okay, type notebook source workspace. Let me reference this notebook task as a false condition. Okay, and here is the most important, we need to reference this check data availability false condition. Okay, and delete one only depend on check data availability false condition. Okay, create task. Okay, and here is our job is created. We make here very simple. Okay, so if you refresh this you can see here the job is created and let me run this. Okay, if you click here running status, and you can see here since ready equal to ready, which is evaluate to true condition, that's why this true condition branch is running, and notify team which is false condition is obviously skipped. Okay, now let's make this again. Go to here job and pipeline, and if you refresh this is executed, and now edit job again, and intentionally make this false, so not ready. Okay, and now let's go to here job and pipeline. Let me run this again, and click here job running status. Here since ready does not equal to not ready, so obviously it's a produce output false, so that's why here false branch is running and true branch is skipped here. Okay, so you can see here this job is successfully succeeded. So if condition is true, then this branch is running, process sales data. If condition is false, then notify branch is running, which is output to false condition. Okay, now let's move on to beyond simple value. Example, comparing hard-coded text value is great for learning, but real project need dynamic decision. Example, is today file available or not? You can decide using dynamic value. Did data validation succeeded? Did the record count exceed the threshold? This type of example we need to use here dynamic decision. Okay, so before here creating task, let's again create here one more notebook in YT demo. So create here notebook and write here example code. This is enough for our demo. So write here dbutils.jobs.taskValue.set, and use here key equal to file status, let's say, and value, let's say available. Okay, and let me try to run this. We need to use here as task value. Okay, so it's executed successfully. So if you clear this output, okay, and now let's go to here job, and let me edit this job. Go to here job and pipeline, and let me click here to edit. Okay, let me add new notebook, call this here file validation. Okay, and reference the notebook file validation, and this call this task. Okay, and our notebook here file validation. Okay, and let me create this task, and now go to here if else task, and it's depend on file validation. Okay, and condition we need to use here. If you scroll down, and you can see a task, first delete this one in condition, and go to here task dot file validation task dot value. Okay, and in place of my value we need to use here file status key name. Okay, so replace this, and it's take here value as a available. Okay, so available equal to available, obviously it's evaluate to true, so this branch should be run. Okay, so let me save this, and now let me run this, and go to here job and pipeline, and if you refresh this, click here, and here first branch, first file validation notebook is running. Now it's evaluate to true, and so that's why here true branch is running and false branch is skip. Okay, now let's make intentionally here different value not available. Okay, let's say. Okay, and again run this. Again go to here job and pipeline. If you refresh this, it should be succeeded. Okay, again done this, and view running status. Now it's take here not available value. Okay, so false branch should be executed. Here you can see here, now if else task evaluate to false, that's why here false branch is executed. Okay. Now let's move on to another concept to make it even more flexible. Let me add here job parameter. So let me go to again here if and else condition. Go to here task and let me add here. You can click here to edit parameter. You can see here job parameter. Okay, in right panel. So let me edit and let's add here new parameter as a file. Let's say file name. Okay, and let's say here sales. Okay, so save this and now go to here. If you try to delete but say it not able to delete because it's depend on check data availability. So if you try to delete, you can see here, are you sure want to delete the file validation? This cannot be undo. Okay, so let's delete this one. Okay, and you can see here error updating if else condition does not exist. So let me refresh this. Okay, and now first we need to, let me click here, we need to click here depend on file. So file validation docs, let me clear this on this, and now let me try to delete this. First save this and file validation, save this task. Okay, so let me also clear this and apply here condition in if else condition task. Here I am clicking on check data availability. Okay, so let me use here parameter name. Here you can see here file name. Okay, and which is equal to sales. Okay, save this and also delete this notebook. Click here delete now. Okay, now you can see here deleted. Now again, and here job parameter is here sales, and we write here sales in caps, make this a small s. Okay, and now save this and go to here and run now. Okay, click here to see, go to here job and parameter and click here in graph view. You can see here this is related to true because parameter equal to sales. That's why this process says data this branch is running, which is true branch. Okay, and now again go to here if else para this job task. Now it's evaluate to make intentionally false for demo purpose. Okay, and save this. Now again execute this. Okay, again go to job and pipeline. You can see here it's running, this is executed. So let me first refresh this and click here. Now you can see here it's evaluated to file name does not equal to here not sales. So that's why not sales equal to sales, that's why it's false. So this branch is executed. Okay, notify to team. So you can use here value as a literal value, job parameter, task value, or also any dynamic reference. This is a flexible and that's make the Databricks job enterprise ready. Okay, so let us summarize. Today we learned how to use powerful if-else condition tasks in Databricks job. We explored how to evaluate the Boolean expression, create separate true and false path, and tested both scenario and made the workflow dynamic using task value and job parameter. Okay, so this feature help you to build intelligent production ready data flow that make a smart decision automatically. So that's all for today's lesson on Databricks if else condition task. In next video we will explore even more advanced Databricks job capability to build a scalable and maintainable enterprise workflow. So viewer, if you found this helpful, please give the thumbs up, share it with your team, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss the future Databricks tutorial. Top comment if you have any question. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next lesson. Keep learning and build a great data pipeline. Thank you so much.